Isabel, Allori from Fort Collins, Lynchburg, Virginia, leading the way. Very exciting. 9:56. race on road now. We're a little under 300 meters remaining. Leal, Hedengren, Leechman for top three. There was a half a lap to go. It's old Allie Zealand from Virginia. 9:08 with half a lap to go. New U.S. number 2 from Provo, Utah, Hedengren. And the winner of the coveted golden shoe from Lynchburg, Virginia, clocking an amazing 9:41.76. A new meet record, a new U.S. number 1, and a new PR, Allie Zealand. Let's hear it one more time for all our girls in the 2 mile and our champ, Allie Zealand.
Okay, Allie Zealand, overall champion today with a 9:41. You really moved with 600 meters left. Tell me about the race.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much went along to my plan. My plan was to wait to take the lead until the last 600 because of the wind. I didn't want to leave for too much of it. So it ended up going out perfectly. It was faster than expected, but yeah, it was good.
9:41, so 9:47 prior best. Are you happy with that? Tell me about the future plans as well.
Yeah, very happy with that. It was faster than I expected, but I knew it was going to be fast, so it was fun. Running the mile at New Balance this week, so super excited for that.
Okay, great.
Hey, Allie, that was an incredible race. You've been running so well. You're at an incredible mile, not that long.
All right, we got Isabel here, third place finisher today with a 9:50. Going to be going to Notre Dame, a senior. Tell me about the race today.
You know, it was a lot of fun. I'm just glad to be here. It's an honor just to come. And yeah, so we went out kind of slow, and then finally things started moving. And yeah, so that made it interesting because the middle of the race was like a very hard pace. But it went well. I don't think I felt amazing. I felt like I was gonna pass out a little bit at the end, but with about 300 to go, I was like, you know what, I can get third. I was in fourth, and it was a pretty big gap, but I'm proud of myself for I kicked it in, and I was able to secure a spot on the podium, so I'm happy with that.
Okay, great. Tell me about when 600 left or so. I think Elizabeth started pushing. We had Allie and others started making moves. What was going through your head at that point?
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of people around during the race, and people kept like moving up and kind of like shoving their way in front of me. You know, when there wasn't quite a big enough gap there. But it's okay. That's what happens when you're racing. And so yeah, moves started being made, and I've run this 2 mile race enough where I knew what to do and I know how to cover it. And I couldn't quite go with that big one by Allie, but I was able to reel the people in a little bit. I don't know. So it was good. I think we're going to go fast for all that's today, which is my goal, so I'm happy.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Jaelyn Hedengren, 9:48 today. That was your personal best, but you had run a 9:52 at altitude just a few weeks ago. Tell me about the race today that you led most of.
Yeah, we came through pretty comfortable and pedestrian first lap, and I didn't want to come through a 5-10 mile, so I just had to take it at that point. It's not what I wanted to do with it being so breezy out here, but like that's just what I wanted to do today to not make it so slow.
Okay, so you took the lead, and then with about 650 left, there's some movement happening, and then Allie took the lead. Elizabeth was surging. There's a couple others that were just moving. I mean, there's so much action with 600 meters left. What was going through your head at 600 left?
Yeah, so I really wanted to be in it that last lap. I really did. And we've been working on a couple like turnover things. So I just tried to take a couple quick steps when Allie made that move. So I got around Elizabeth with like 500 to go, but Allie just did like incredible job of turning over. She's a great miler, has some great speed, and so kudos to her for just making that last lap really fast. But yeah, just tried to stay within contention as much as I could with her.
Okay, I'm here with Elizabeth Leachman. Fourth place today, 9:52. Tell me about the race today.
Yeah, so I went out there and I knew it was going to be really competitive. Of course, this is such a stacked field, some amazing girls. So I haven't really been running since state. I had to take some time off because of a stress reaction. So my goal was to just kind of go out there and see how well I could hang. And I really just tried to pin myself to that top group, but eventually some of them got away from me. So definitely a great experience and blessed to get to run with these amazing girls.
I loved seeing your fight out there. 600 meters left. You made a move. You kind of broke the monotony of what was going on out there, and everything changed at that when you made that big move coming down the backstretch. Tell me about your thoughts coming into that. I know it's probably like having a stress reaction. You're a little bit uncertain how things are going to feel during the race, but tell me about that confidence going out there and just making a move.
Yeah, I mean, I think my biggest thing was I ran at Portland this last week, and I ended up having to drop out of that race just because of poor racing strategy and kind of starting to feel it in my leg while my form was falling apart. And so I really just tried to go for it and kind of leave everything out there and know that I was finishing on empty. And I don't really have the same turnover I did back in March when we were at Nike, but yeah, I mean, I gave it what I had, and just today was not my day.
Well, we're so proud of you and others that come out here not feeling 100% and still willing to put yourself out there. What kind of mentality do you bring into a race like that when you know you're not 100%, but you're coming into a big stage?
Yeah, it was definitely intimidating knowing that I had just had so much success early in the season coming here and not really knowing where I stood and not having that certainty of what I could even run, because honestly this is the longest I've run consecutively since state. So yeah, I mean, it was definitely uncertain, but I tried to just focus on how blessed I am to have this experience and the chance to be with all these amazing girls that I've looked up to for so long. So I tried to focus on what I was blessed with and let the race go the way it was going to go.
Awesome. So tell me what's next.
Yeah, so I'll be running the mile at Nike on Saturday, and I guess we'll see how things pan out with declarations for the trials, but if that ends up working out, I'd love to get to do that as well.
Okay, the 5K time, certainly very competitive there, and this meet and Nike is beyond the trials qualification, but still great to get out here and just see where you are, be able to race, and congratulations on a great performance today.
Thank you so much.
All right, McGyver Clark, coach of Jaelyn Hedengren, along with Jamie Rivera. And tell me about getting Jaelyn here, just being here at the meet with her, and this whole experience.
Yeah, the Brooks PR meet is an awesome meet. The people at Brooks do just an awesome job with treating the athletes and honestly wining and dining them and making it a really fun activity. And it's a race to run fast, and and Jane did that today. She ran a lifetime PR of 9:48, so US number 2, which is awesome, and so yeah, I'm just proud of what she did, and it's been an awesome weekend, and now we're going to Nike for her to run a mile this weekend.
Yeah, tell me about, the season's pretty long, starting indoor and then making it all the way to mid-June.
Yep.
What things have you told her? This year it seems like she's more surging into this last of the season versus just trying to hang on.
I agree. Yeah, obviously she's a year older, so she's a year stronger. She makes decisions that are more informed, that are productive for her training, and this year she's kept a pretty solid volume throughout the year, and it hasn't been until the last 3 to 3.5 weeks since the Utah State Championship that she's done a good taper, and so I think her legs are much more fresh this year than last, and she's feeling a lot better, so yeah.
So yesterday she had a fever, got antibiotics, and it was like one of those things that it's tough to show up to a big stage like this when you don't feel like you're putting your best self forward.
Yep.
What do you tell athletes who are maybe either dealing with an injury, a sickness, something like that, coming into a big meet like this?
Yeah, when I spoke to Jane before a race, there's things you can control and there's things you can't. And today she couldn't control how she felt. That was out of her hands, and so what she had to do was execute on what she could. And that was get a good race plan, run her race. They went out very, very slow. And even with the win, she decided, you know what, I'm going to take it. So she took the lead. She did the work for the pack. And that's just gutsy. She knew, I think in the back of her head, she's like, yeah, I should probably stick behind, but it went out slow, and she said, I want this race to be honest, so she made it honest for the entire field. And you saw that just, 300-400 meters into the race. And so, she was just gutsy, and she did all, that was her best on today, she just really did well. And you saw it when those other girls made some moves late in the race. She responded, and she tried, but she just didn't have it in her legs. And it was hard for her, but she finished hard. It was gritty, it was gutsy, and so there's nothing but pride coming from a coach, an athlete that will overcome adversity to perform at their best, and she did that.
Awesome. Yeah, last year, she was drafting the whole way, kicking, that kind of thing, just kind of like not taking lead, not being assertive. This year, even coming in sick, assertiveness, confidence, she knew she belonged there. And okay, awesome. Any other advice for her coming into Nike mile?
Sleep and rest, and let's try to get her feeling as good as we can so that she can race, and then also just do her best and have some fun. She'll have teammates at this next meet, and she has a teammate here, Lily Alder, who's running here in a few hours. And so, enjoy the moment and be present and just do your very, very best when you have opportunities. And that's what she's done her whole career. And the more opportunities she has and the better she has gotten, the more she enjoys it and it's fun for her. So, I think just have fun, take it in, and enjoy the opportunities you get because it's a special time. High school is so special, and they grow up so fast, and you're in the high school programs, and then you get out, and she'll be doing awesome things after. And so, this is the end of her junior year, so she should just enjoy it and go try to do her best. So
awesome. Well, thank you, McGyver.
Yep.
All right, here at the Elizabeth Leachman, 9:52 today, 4th place. Has run a 9:44 this year and just made a lot of headlines with your Texas Relays 5K. Tell me about what comes next. Olympic trials, what are you thinking after this race?
Yeah, so I'll be running the mile at Nike on Saturday.
Okay.
And then I guess right now is kind of the declaration period for the trials, so we'll see how that ends up panning out. But yeah, it's an exciting day to race and blessed to get to race a lot of really good girls. So.